Here's a job that we're going to do for $400,000. Oh my goodness gracious. That's right. A lot of you do not believe these prices because, well, you live somewhere in the Midwest or the East Coast, obviously not the New York or East Coast of the upper middle class rich people vibes, but a lot of you are living in Kansas and you're surprised that a job like this is 400 grand. To be honest, this home is $2-3 million. I would say probably $3 million for this home. And it doesn't look anything crazy, but you guys got to remember, we get taxed heavily in California because number one, the weather, and there's a lot of opportunity here. There's a lot of people here making lots of money, and I live in the place where your phone was designed. Most of you are rocking iPhones. Cupertino is where the iPhone is designed and engineered, and Cupertino is about 8 minutes away from this house. So that says a lot right there. And right here is where you see a bunch of people coming in from all across the country to visit job sites. I have this group called Goat Gang where I teach a lot of people around the United States and the world exactly what I'm doing in landscaping. If it can work for me, even though I live in a very expensive place, it can definitely work for you. It's just application of very simple principles that will almost guarantee success if you actually do them. Most of you guys are not doing the things you're supposed to do and you're having trouble in life. But if you actually did the things you're supposed to do, like send out that bid on time, get to the customer's house on time, get to pay your employees on time, manage your money correctly, stop being a lame-o and going out with your friends on Friday and Saturday and staying up till 4 a.m, getting hammered doing drugs. If that sounds like you, then guess what? You have problems in your business, but it's not only your business, you have problems in your life. You got to clean up everything in order for things to really blossom and bloom. You already know what you must do, but not me. I'm the least lazy person there is on an entire planet. That right there is a lie. I'm actually pretty lazy. But I still get shit done. That's the most important part. You must get shit done. Example, a lot of you don't invest money into equipment. You don't invest money into machines. You don't invest money into trailers. And especially you don't invest money in employees. You have to have great people around you. Most of you are running around and you're like, oh, I have 3 employees. Okay, great. 4 employees. And then who's the guy running the show? It's always you. There is your problem. There lies the problem. You have no skills and you're trying to do things that require you to have skills. Doesn't make sense. So you have to find great people. And for me, in this particular case, I have a great team. The guys on this Jesus' team are fantastic. So a lot of you don't know this, but there's a dude named Jesus, and he was the guy standing right there. But there was a dude named Jesus. I met him on April of 2016. I started Applewood January of 2016. And it was like the first official start. And I met this guy, Francisco. I saw him at Home Depot walking around, and I asked him, like, hey, do you know anyone that does irrigation? He's like, oh, I know how to do irrigation. I said, okay, can you help me? So he came on and he joined the team. Francisco was working for the union. So he was doing a lot of union stuff. And the union is very funny in my eyes because sometimes they have you work 60 hours and then they'll give you a whole week off. And that week is like paid half-time or part-time. I don't really know what the deal is, but he used to have like these weeks where he would have no work and he would come in, and I built a really good relationship with him because he was very, very good and I'd always pay him on time. And he was just a fantastic guy. And I asked him, like, hey, Francisco, do you know someone that knows how to do irrigation? This was one of the biggest things I was lacking. He's like, yeah, I have this guy. He's my friend, Jesus. Jesus can do some good stuff. And I said, okay, can I have his number? So he referred him to me, and I met with Jesus and I spoke with him and I said, hey, do you know how to do sprinklers? But most importantly, do you know how to do the damn timer? The timer is one of the hardest parts for me to learn, even though I could have just went on YouTube and figured it out. But I just wanted someone that's been doing it. And he's like, I know how to do lighting, irrigation, valves, I know how to do all that stuff. I said, perfect. When do you want to start? How much money do you want to make? And he said, right now he's making like $22 an hour. He's like, if you can pay me 23, I'll come work. And I said, deal, 100%. So when he joined the team, I no longer was afraid or fearful of selling any kind of irrigation system or lighting, because in California, there's a lot of automated irrigation. I know in Illinois, when I used to live there, no one even had sprinklers. It was just the grass turns yellow, too bad. Put a little sprinkler line out there and just water it. That's it. But in California, everything's automated. The grass has sprinklers, the plants have sprinklers, drip irrigation, all that stuff. So it needs a controller. And I know it sounds basic because a lot of you guys have been in the game for a long time. Oh, T, you can't figure out a controller? Bro, I had no idea how to do anything. When I say I didn't know anything, I meant I didn't know anything. My only skills were driving a truck and doing planting and mowing lawns. That's it. So you got to give me a little bit of slack here. But when Jesus came on, now I'm a pro. I can do anything. And that was April when I met him. So he's been with me since then. He's the oldest gangster on the team. I've been at Applewood. This is going to be my 10th year going into it this year. And he's been with me for 9 years and 8 months, which is fantastic. Hoorah. And then slowly but surely, you just keep collecting great people. They're literally like Pokemon cards. A lot of you nerds are obsessed with Pokemon cards. I just want to get great people in my life that will help me do a lot of good stuff when it comes to the job sites where they bring their skill sets. A lot of you are going out and you're like, well, I'll learn how to do masonry work, or I'll learn how to do this. But in reality, you don't have a lot of time. Remember, if you're 20 years old and you want to go out and become a master mason and do stuff like they're doing in the video, it's going to take you 10, 15, 20 years to be really, really good. Like, it's not something you can learn in 2 months. It's countless hours of putting a stone down, level, checking it, doing this, doing this, doing this. Like, there's going to be a lot of mistakes you're going to make. And by the time you're good, you're going to be 35, 40 years old. Now you're a master mason. Then what? Congratulations. You have been at a certain task and you're the best in the industry. Okay, that's good. But remember, a lot of you are going out and you're like, okay, I want to learn how to do business. I want to do this. I want to do this. A lot of you are watching my videos because you want to learn how to do business. And I know some of you watch the videos because you're entertained by the construction. It's really fun. And to the people that are entertained and really fun, hello. Nice to see you, and keep watching. It's really, really cool to see all these job sites come to fruition, especially from what they were before. But if you're a dude and you want to start learning how to build a business and how to do bigger jobs and how to stop complaining about, oh, blah, 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 economy, blah, blah, blah. You have to understand, in order to get a great business, a great reputation in your town, in your block, wherever you want to work, you have to have incredible people. You cannot be the guy that's the best. If it was up to me, I would want to be the worst at everything in my company, because then nobody looks at me when things need to get done. They just look at somebody else. And that's exactly what I aspire. I aspire to be the worst at everything. That's me, the worst. So anyway, let's talk about, I want to tell you guys about this customer. So we met this customer. His name is Stuart. We call him Stewie. He's fantastic, and he's going to watch this video, of course, but we had a really good experience working with him. He wanted, if you notice, there's a lot of yellow going on. So he has a yellow amber tint to a house. I don't really know what this color is called, but it's not yellow, but it's like tan yellow. And he wanted everything to be matching, and he wanted some natural stone, and he wanted the pavers in the front. But I really liked working with him because he just wanted everything done. A lot of people will go in and they're like, okay, I'll do the backyard first, and then I'll do the side yard, and I'll do the fire pit, and I'll do the bench later. They piecemeal everything, and he's like, bro, let's roll. Let's do everything all at once. And construction for this project took about 4.5 months, 5 months, something like that. And it's okay. Now we're completely done with the entire job, and he has all of the things finished. Remember, we're at people's homes. This is where they live. They raise their family, they have dinner every day, and doing construction outside of the house, a lot of dust, a lot of debris. Okay, yeah, fine. Imagine being inside of the house. I have not done stuff inside of the house, but I would say that is more of a pain in the butt than it is to do the outside stuff. But now he paid the price. He got everything done. A lot of commotion, a lot of chaos, a lot of dust, a lot of debris, but everything is completed, and now he can actually enjoy everything with him, his wife, his family, and do cookouts. We are doing a barbecue right here, and it is a very fancy barbecue. They're made by a company called Heston, and Heston is like the Lamborghini of grills, besides like Viking, I guess, but then it's like Ferrari. Then you're dealing with, and basically top brands. A grill at Heston is probably around anywhere from $5,000 to $12,000 just for a grill to buy from the manufacturer. And the quality of the grill is really, really good. So it's worth it, but you just have to know what you're going into. I personally love grilling, and I think being outside and hanging out with the fam on a Saturday, on a Sunday night, grilling up a couple steaks and chit-chatting, watching some stuff is really fun. It brings everyone together, and that's the whole point that people go and drop all this money for, because it provides another area to hang out versus being cramped up inside. So landscaping is a very, very cool industry to be in, and especially when you deliver such a great product like we did to this homeowner, because now he can actually hang out and do all the fun stuff, go through the seasons, summer, fall, spring. We don't really have snow here, but it's still a good vibe. And keep in mind, a lot of you right now are thinking, well, I mean, that little hater mentality. Well, a customer, if they know that you're not going to be able to do this, they would never hire you because they don't have confidence in you. Okay, hold on a second, little Johnny. Let me break it back. If you're doing a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 job, the customer definitely wants you to have skills to be able to perform that job versus a $400,000 job like this one. Customer does not want the owner of the business to be in here installing everything. The owner of the business must be running the business. This is what you guys are forgetting. You're not seeing things very clearly. When you do very large projects, if you build a house, do you want your general contractor to be building the house by himself, or do you want him to managing the subcontractors, the electrician, plumber? You want to be managing. You do not want to be the guy that knows how to do everything. I told you before, you want to be the guy that knows how to do nothing but can still get things done. That's the hack right there. But first, you got to invest in yourself and you have to improve your skills, because once you do that, then you're able to do stuff like this and people don't even have to think twice. And also remember, your reputation online really is going to be your biggest business card, because a lot of you are trying to go out and convince these customers, oh, I can do this job, but they can see through your bullshit. They're like, I'm not stupid, bro. I'm going to be dropping 400 grand on this job. I'm not going to get scammed. And that's the difference. People do their homework. A lot of the customers that work with me, they know they're not going to get scammed. Where am I going to run? I'm all over social media. Where am I going to go? They're going to find me. They're going to track me down. Give me my money back. Okay, here you go. Here's your money. Which I would never do that anyway. But a lot of you are trying to hide from Instagram. You're trying to hide from YouTube, TikTok. I'm scared of videos. I thought videos are not my thing. Man, this is too much. This is for kids. Excuse me. You're on YouTube right now watching this video. It ain't for kids. It's for grown-ups. It is literally the best business tool you have available to you. And the most important part about this entire thing, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. All you have to do is just invest your energy and time into creating videos, ideas, concepts, content, and then boom, you got it. So if you want to learn more about business, all you got to do is go link in bio, join Goat Gang. You can jump on a call with me, 10 minutes. I'll do it complimentary. Use secret code Goat Gang Call, and I'll see what your business is all about, and we'll chat it up. 10 minutes max. I'm not going to be talking to everyone for 4 hours. Okay? Hit it. Taking a nice stroll, and wow. Would you look at that? What a nice, beautiful landscape. Look at all these nice flowers. Very organized mulch and rock barrier. Oh, wouldn't you say, is that an orange tree over there? It is. We're done with this job. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like, not right away when we finish, but actually about 8 months after. So we lagged a little bit on the YouTube video, but that's good because now you can actually see what the plants look like when they're in full bloom. These grasses are looking huge. Pavers are still looking fantastic. We have a nice porch here. This house has a lot of yellow. And the reason behind it is because the stucco here was yellow itself. The door is yellow. I don't know, maybe it's too much yellow. The homeowner wanted a beige yellow theme, so we do not argue. We say, yes, sir. We'll give you exactly what you want. Fence, done by our friend Fernando. And then rolling in, we have La Paz rocks over here. Techo block para diagonal, looking very clean. Inlight, and then we have little plants going through. And the first thing you see when you roll in is how neat and organized everything is. And this homeowner had a problem with privacy because there's a house construction over there and they ripped out a bunch of plants. So what we did is we installed these. These are lollipop Indian laurels, and we had these planted in between over here. We had them in the back, but what we ended up doing is taking these out from here, putting them to the side, and then putting single stem lollipops here. These are multi-trunk lollipops. Not the nicest, but these are very, very nice. This was an $18,000 upgrade, these lollipops. It was no joke to do this. Obviously all done by hand. These are from Moon Valley. Moon Valley, I mean, I've told you guys about Moon Valley before, and a lot of you haters comment and say, there's better plants in Moon Valley. To this day, I still haven't found better plants, especially trees, other than Moon Valley. They're fire. They're so healthy, lush, big, green, massive. I can't even see through this. Pretty cool. They did a really good job. We have Corten planters. These are going to be very rusty. And one thing I really learned is that what we can do is we can spray hydrogen peroxide on this and really bring out the rust. So I'm actually going to tell the homeowner that. We have the fountain over yonder, which is nice. And then we have this beautiful kitchen. This is Heston Appliances. This is an ice maker. This is a Frihador. Oh, Spindrift. All right. I was going to steal one. Maybe I'll steal one on the way out. And then we have a nice grill, some drawers, granite countertop, which looks fire. And then these plants over here. Travertine laid on concrete. We have floating steps with LEDs under them to give them a little nice pop. And then we have Techo block over here with these Corten planters as well. Do you notice how there's like a inch gap? Because when the rust of these planters happens, when it starts rusting, it doesn't stain the pavers. So we did a little gap in between so the water just goes straight down. That's ideal. Make sure you do that. These planters are cool. My favorite planter is the circle one though. Even with the gap, Look at that. Even with the gap, a little bit of rust is forming on the pavers, on the travertine. This is what it is. That is life. So this bench is made out of PVC, and it's actually like a Trex PVC. It's quite nice. And then we had a couple revisions with this fireplace. First round was these rocks that were actual physical rocks, and they were staining black because the gas was burning too hot or too much oxygen. I don't know what it was. So we had to rip it all out, and the homeowner installed these right here, which are glass, which is quite nice. Blue is the color he chose, which is nice. They have black, blue, tan, green. They have all kinds of colors. Oh, this is custom too, by the way. This is man-made stone on both sides, the face and the top. Good stuff. The element alone was around $5,000 just for the fire to come out. So I think this whole fireplace was around $15,000. And this bench was, I believe, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, which looks good. Very welcoming, very warm, super cool. Nice lights. So, all in all, great job. $350,000, I think, maybe $380,000. And the reason why I install these trees a lot is because they never lose their leaves. In the wintertime, they look like this. In the summertime, they look like this. They're evergreen, year round, which is very, very rare. You'll always come to the back and you'll have privacy. Obviously, this pine tree is not going to lose its leaves as well, but it sheds a lot. These are like poodles. Rarely shed, hair never really comes out, and their leaves always stay green, and they grow very quick. So this guy already, to the right side, he's on something. Whoa! Did you see that? Did you see the squirrel? Holy crap. He just sent it. Those are lollipop Indian laurels. Regular Indian laurels are these. If you didn't know, these are regulars where they go all the way down, but lollipops, they trim them up, so it's like a lollipop shape, which is quite nice. The luxuries in life, boys. Luxuries in life. I want to know from you. Drop down below. What do you think of this job? Did we do a good job? Did we do a bad job? And what's your favorite aspect of it? Yes, it's a little bit expensive, but remember, there's a lot of elements that go along with this. So in order for you to do pavers here and travertine here, it requires a lot of planning, and it's not as easy as just throwing it down. Throwing it down all the way through the entire yard would have been very simple, and it would have saved a bunch of money. But these little sparkle lights in the pavers, those are also very hard to do. You have to drill a hole, wire them underneath. It's a whole process. I think this job turned out very good, very happy with it, and the customer is very thrilled as well. Later.